Yo, 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 yo. We are back for another episode of the Sticks and Stones podcast. Sticks and Stones, where we talk about life, love, and the brotherhood of the leaf. The thing that we love the most. So, on this episode, we are drawing near to the end. This is the Gurkha sampler pack, and we are going to try our fifth cigar. And we have left the Castle Hall and the Rogue. And being that I am drinking tonight the WhistlePig limited edition Gravestock distilled with liquid death water from proofed with liquid death mountain water, we are going to go with the Gurkha Rogue. So let's seal the last one up and give this puppy a snippy. Push it up and rock and roll. Give it a snippy. A good cold draw. I love this bottle because the cork looks like the top of a liquid death can, but it's so heavy. I get a lot of vanilla in that. Vanilla, kind of like a caramel vanilla. All right, let's torch this baby up. One more stick in this sampler pack. And honestly, I got to tell you that Gurkha has really grown on me. And I know I don't have shit to complain about for what my friends back in the Northeast are complaining about, but it's a little chilly here tonight. That is not bad at all. That has good flavor. It's got good body. It's got a good draw. It's too early right now to see what the ash is going to look like. Like right now, it's kind of questionable. So honestly, as a cigar guy, somebody who loves cigars, I smoke multiple a day. You know, I run this podcast. I have not, I didn't know much about Gurkha. So did a little research. And so the origin story is Kayazad Hanosha, in his own words, says it best. I was young and drunk off my ass at a beach in Goa, G-O-A, on vacation in India, 1989. He stumbled across a Portuguese vendor selling cigars out of a little hut under the name Gurkha. Was intrigued, and 3 bottles of rum later, bought the entire stock as gifts for his watch business clients. Then acquired the brand itself for a mere $149. Those cigars that he bought went out as corporate gifts, and his duty-free clients came back asking for more. The businessman in Hanosha recognized an opportunity, and he went all in. Where the name Gurkha comes from. During the War of 1814, a group of Nepalese soldiers known as Gurkhali tenaciously battled the British East India Company. The soldiers made such an impact that they were later recruited into the British Army, who referred to them as Gurkhas. They've loyally fought for the British all over the world, earning 13 Victoria Crosses. Colonial soldiers became so enamored with their skill and history that they began calling the cigars they made Gurkhas. The name spread through the British colonies and eventually made its way to India, where Kayazad found it. Not having a factory of his own, Hanosha partnered with Charlie Turano, yes, that Turano, to roll the first proper Gurkha release. It was met with critical acclaim, launching Kayazad deeper into the super premium space. He noticed early on that Davidoff was the only expensive cigar out there, and everything else looked the same, either a dress box or a cedar cabinet. He wanted something that really stood out, so he reimagined both the product and the packaging from the ground up. He created some of the highest quality and most intriguing cigar boxes in the industry, from $200,000 lavishly handmade humidors down to $200 solid wood chests with eye-catching designs. Hanosha essentially created the ultra-premium cigar category and started a packaging trend the industry has never looked back from. Gurkha started as a duty-free exclusive for 5 or 6 years, eventually transitioning to the traditional retail with help of Nestor Miranda of Miami Cigar and Company, who introduced Hanosha to retailers across the U.S. His Majesty's Reserve, or the HMR, the crown jewel. The HMR is comprised of a 15-year Connecticut Maduro wrapper with a 12-year-old Dominican binder and filler, aged with one full body of the world's finest cognac. Aged with one full bottle of the world's finest cognac, Louis XIII. Only 75 boxes are made per year. 75 boxes per year. Listen to that. For each box of 20, an entire bottle of Louis XIII cognac is used to condition the cigars, creating a flavor profile that balances the sweetness of the cognac with the rich complex tobacco blend. Those who have smoked one report a deep dark chocolate flavor on the exhale with a sweet nuttiness from the Louis XIII infusion. Pricing has varied widely over the years from $250 a stick originally, currently ranging around $750 a stick and $25,000 a box, depending on the source. The Royal Courtesan, which was actually one of the first cigar that I smoked out of this sample pack. The Gurkha Royal Courtesan holds the title of most expensive cigar. Well, nope, I didn't smoke that one. At $1.36 million per cigar. Its tobacco is farmed from the Himalayan mountain reserves in Nepal, rolled by blindfolded artisans who are instructed to spiritually feel the contents while crafting it. The tobacco is soaked in Fiji water, infused with Remy Martin Black Pearl Louis XIII cognac, which costs $165,000 per bottle, wrapped in 24-karat gold leaf and embedded with 5 carats of diamonds. Each one is hand-delivered by a white glove personal messenger. Make of that what you will. That's for sure. I mean, that sounds like a lot of marketing bullshit. Great marketing bullshit, don't get me wrong. But, lines include the Ghost, Royal Challenge, the Seduction, the Cellar Reserve 15, retailing around $10 to $13. I've had the Cellar Reserve 15. It is really good. That has been a bestseller. The Gurkha 125th Anniversary XO earned number 9 spot on Cigar Aficionado's top 25 cigars of 2013. Hanosha also formed a subsidiary called East India Trading Company, which allows him to create less expensive experimental brands like Red Witch, Wicked Indie, without cheapening the Gurkha name. Tobaccos are sourced from the Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, and Honduras, and the brand now caters to everyone from entry-level smokers to seasoned aficionados. So the controversy/debate. This is where things get interesting. Gurkha is genuinely polarizing in the cigar community. The elite packaging and extreme price points have led many hardcore aficionados to accuse the brand of being more about marketing theater than tobacco craft. Critics argue you're paying for the box and the story. Defenders say the blends are genuinely excellent at multiple price points and that Kayazad created a luxury category that didn't exist before him, which I would have to agree with that. His cigars have reached the White House during the Clinton years, though Gurkha and other manufacturers made clear that they wanted no association with the Lewinsky scandal and managed to distance themselves from the headlines. Can't say that I blame them. So here's the bottom line. Gurkha is the ultimate cigar brand for the lifestyle angle. It's not just a smoke. It's a story. It's $149 drunken impulse buy turned into a brand synonymous with royalty, sheikhs, Navy SEALs, and Fortune 500 CEOs. Whether you love or hate the marketing, Kayazad Hanosha built something that didn't exist before. The ultra-premium cigar as a luxury lifestyle symbol. That's a conversation that you should have amongst your brothers of the leaf, whether you agree with that or not. I mean, you have to admit, dude did something that no one did before him and probably will never do after. He created something, and whether it's an illusion or if it's the real deal, Holyfield, he created the ultra premium brand in the cigar world. Whether that's just the premium packaging, the diamonds in the cigar band, wrapped in gold leaf. The rollers are blindfolded and they're using Fiji water in the process. You know, it's just like, you know, this stuff. You know, proofed with liquid death, water. You know, everything is a marketing angle in this world today. from 1989 to present day, everything is in the marketing. It's how you can market yourself. What did you do differently than the competition did? Love it or hate it, you got to give dude props. He did something that no one else thought of, no one else cared to think of. He executed it, and he fucking killed it. Because Gurkha, whether you like him or not, it's a name that everyone recognizes. And primarily they recognize, and I knew this even before I was a big fan of theirs. I knew that out of the most expensive cigars in the world, they're on that list at least a couple of times, at least 2 times. You know, so they have produced at least 2 of, call it, the 10 world's most expensive cigars. So got to give them props for that, right? That's a good bourbon, man. That is a good weeded bourbon. Now, I wonder why WhistlePig is known for their ryes and bourbons, but this bottle doesn't say this wheat and rye whiskey met. So it says aged and charred American cask wheat whiskey. Doesn't necessarily call it bourbon. So let's see, what's the back of the label say? It says, herein lies our dearly departed Gravestock whiskey. This wheat and rye whiskey met its bottle peacefully at the WhistlePig farm in Shoreham, Vermont, surrounded by pigs and friends. After years in New American oak, it spent its final moments resting in peace in a 380-gallon charred American oak casket. Then was proofed with liquid death mountain water, remembered by those who know life is too short to drink anything but the best in lieu of flowers. Pour out a glass and share. Interesting. They put an obituary on the back. So I guess it's a wheated rye whiskey. Wheat and rye. So it's a blended whiskey. It's pretty damn good. I'll tell you that. It's got a sweetness to it. I mean, that just don't suck, man. That is K. Henosha and Company. Rogue. I rather, as you can see, anyone on YouTube, it's a pretty damn even burn. I mean, the ash is kind of a mix of light and dark gray. Let me see if I'm getting any better with my tasting notes, because I'm really trying very hard to pull some stuff out of cigars these days. All right, so let me look this up, because I'm thinking there's like baking spice, maybe graham cracker in there. Let's see if I'm completely full of shit. Okay. Rogue was released by Gurkha in 2013. Wow, this is an old cigar. Under the East India Trading Company, so it's one of the cheaper ones. The same sub-brand that houses the Wicked Indie and the Red Witch. It's the 3rd release under the East India Trading umbrella. The East India Trading lines as Gurkha's playground for the bold, affordable, accessible smokes. The Rogue starts with a variety of smooth Ecuadorian Habano wrapper layered over an ultra-rare Ecuadorian binder and packed with a blend of 3-year-aged Nicaraguan, Honduran, and Dominican Ligero long filler. That's the key detail worth talking about. All Ligero, 3 countries. Ligero leaves come from the top of the tobacco plant, which are usually the strongest, where they get the most sun, making them the strongest. Most flavorful, the slowest burning leaves in the bunch. Loading a cigar with Ligero from 3 different regions is a bold blending move. Honestly, I don't think it's that strong. Fully showcase the powerful filler. The Rogue is rolled in a larger ring gauge and box pressed to allow the blend to meld into a more enjoyable smoking experience. Well, thank God I don't have that one, because the box press is not an enjoyable experience for me. The Rogue is designed to stand out with a blazing gold skull front and center on a weathered white band. The cigar also features a closed foot, which adds a blast of concentrated flavor from the first light. The wrapper is consistently medium brown, oily, and silky. Reviewers noted it almost wants to slide out of your hand. It sports a beautiful unfinished or closed foot and a clean double cap. A retro hell can get you sometimes. So the flavor profile, expect punctuated notes of spice, red pepper, rich tobacco, roasted chestnuts, and earthy undertones that build slowly throughout the experience, culminating in a strong finish that lingers long after you're done. I get, obviously, earthy tobacco. And I can see roasted chestnuts. Maybe it's because this cigar might be from 2013. This might be an old cigar. I don't get any spice or red pepper at all. Reviewers noted leather and cedar up front, a solid earthy follow-up, and a kick of pepper on the retrohale. The second half, creaminess, sweetness, and a hint of fruit and cocoa emerge almost as one unified flavor. Cigars International gave it a 90 rating, noting it's toasty and spicy with a sweet, nutty character that becomes toasted by the finish. So the price point, this is where the Rogue shines for everyday smokers at around $6.25 a stick by the box. At the time of release, it punches well above its weight. Current street pricing runs roughly in the $6 to $10 range, depending on the size and retailer. So the honest critique, the most consistent knocks in community reviews come down to construction inconsistency. Some boxes smoke beautifully, others have issues with draw. The larger ring gauges in particular have been criticized for being lightly filled, which constitutes a looser draw and faster burn than ideal. In the bigger sizes, a strong chalkiness can creep in around the halfway point, which some reviewers attribute to the heavy Ligero load in a very large ring gauge, leaving less room for the wrapper and binder to express themselves. The consensus from hardcore aficionados: smoke the Rascal or the Tyrant before committing to the Armageddon. The blend translates better in a more manageable format. The Rogue is a perfect illustration of the Gurkha East India Trading Company philosophy. Take the DNA of an expensive, complex brand and build an accessible version that still brings character and edge. It's the cigar you hand someone who's intimidated by a $20 plus stick, but is ready for something more serious than a budget smoke. Box pressed, skull banded, all Ligero, unfinished foot. It's got plenty of personality to talk about at the table. Yeah, I mean, the ash lightened up. I don't get any spice whatsoever. I mean, I get creaminess, the nuttiness, definitely. Honestly, in the beginning, I was getting like graham cracker, baking spices, kind of like the sweeter spices, not a spicy spice. Well, that is Gurkha Sampler Pack, cigar number 5. We only have one more to go, guys. This one was the Rogue. I enjoyed the WhistlePig limited edition Gravestock wheated and rye whiskey blend in Liquid Death water. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the cigar, kick back the rest of the evening, and then I will see you guys on the next podcast episode. Until then, stay blessed, and above all else, keep it rolling, baby.